Comping has had a major overhaul in X3 with a new isolation tool added to the Smart Tool functions, as well as improved clip auditioning and automatic slip editing. There is also now virtual comp track that reflects comping changes in real time, as well as extra tools to assist at cleanup time post-comp. These changes allow for a couple of workflow methods that make comping even quicker and easier than previous versions. Let's take a look. Comping works in close conjunction with take lanes. The state of clips in lanes will depend on which recording mode was used. In the new default mode of comping, all lanes except the last one will be muted, but for this method it doesn't really matter. The first thing I'll be doing is using the new isolate mode of the Smart tool to isolate the takes into smaller clips. The length of the clips will depend very much on the material and the performances of each take. Let's open the take lanes using the icon in the track header or pressing Shift+T. In addition to the take lanes, X3 now has a virtual comp take that shows in the main track lane. This comp take reflects the combined state of the takes at any given point. It can also be used to perform some short editing tasks, as we'll see shortly. Let's take a look at the Isolate and Audition tools. Isolate tool first. With the Smart tool selected, move the cursor over the take lanes and you'll see the cursor change to indicate the Isolate tool is active. This works in a similar way to how the Mute tool does while holding the Control key down, only easier as there's no modifier to hold. Just click and drag through a take for the segment you want to keep. This will isolate that take by placing crossfade split points at the beginning and end of the swipe region on all takes. The crossfade type used is set in the track view menu under Options, Crossfade Type, Default Crossfade Curves. It also mutes all the other lanes at that point. The isolated clip will have a bright blue header and show the waveform in colour, while the others will have dull headers and grey waveforms. At the same time, the swiped clip is promoted to the virtual comp take, which updates to reflect the changes. In addition to this swipe isolate tool, there is a crossfade tool that appears when the cursor is over the split points. Use this to adjust split point position by left click and dragging right or left. The amount of crossfade between the two clips can be changed by click dragging up and down over the split. To sweep from the very beginning of a clip, hold down the Control key to override the crossfade tool. It's possible to swipe across multiple lanes, but remember they will both be audible and the comp take lane will also reflect that. A clip can be isolated by left clicking in the bottom half of it. Select a clip and press Shift plus spacebar. This sets up a loop point for the length of the clip and starts playback. Only the selected clip is played. The keyboard cursor keys can be used to move this audition focus around the clips. For example, press the up cursor key and the clip above the current one is auditioned. Press the right cursor key and the clip to the right is auditioned, and at the same time the loop points are adjusted to fit the new clip length and position. The clip that is being auditioned can be promoted by pressing the Enter key. These navigation keys cycle, so if you're at the top lane and press the up cursor key, the clip in the bottom lane is given focus. If you prefer using a mouse rather than a keyboard, comping is still just as straightforward. The now time will automatically be moved to the start of a clip if you click on it during playback. You can also just click on a clip to promote it. Combining all these tools, comping is now a very straightforward and fast process with several different workflows. Let's take a look at some. The first method is mainly keyboard orientated. Let's see how. Let's turn on dim solo so we can hear the clips in context. The first stage is to use the isolate tool to swipe select and split a lane into easy to audition clips. It doesn't matter at this stage whether these are the clips you want to use or not. All we need are convenient sized clips to audition. Exact split points don't matter at this stage either. On vocal material they're probably easy to identify breaks, whereas an instrument such as a lead guitar solo might not have obvious split points. This new method makes adjusting the points very easy though, as we'll see shortly. With the lanes split into clips, click select the first clip and then press Shift plus spacebar to start the clip audition. Use the down keys to move through the clips, auditioning them one at a time. If you want to use the clip that is currently being played, press enter or click on it. That will isolate that clip and promote it to the comp take. Repeat this process as often as you wish, and when you're happy you have the best take for that segment, move on to the next clip segments by pressing the right arrow key.
You blew my mind, now you're in my head.
Step through them as before, promoting the takes as required to build up a comp track.
Now you're in my head. But it's just for me, I suspect. But it's just for me, I suspect.
Once you've been through the whole length of the takes, you'll have a composite take showing in the main track. If necessary, adjust the fade points and crossfades to suit. This is probably more critical on takes with no natural breaks. The crossfade lengths can be adjusted as required by click dragging up and down. Now let's look at a more mouse-orientated method. Press play to start the transport rolling and listen to the first take. Once you've heard the part you want to audition, click on the next take. The transport automatically returns to the beginning of the clip and solos that take.
I just knew when we first met.
Repeat this process until you find your keeper take, then just click drag over the section of take you want to keep. That section is split, isolated and promoted to the comp take. The transport keeps rolling, and now when you click in a clip, the transport jumps back to the start of the clip, which is now the split point at the end of the isolated section.
It wasn't anything you said.
Again, find the keeper take, flick drag to isolate it and repeat. As you can see, both methods are a fast and easy way to build up a comp take.
You blew my mind. You blew my mind, now you're in my head. You blew my mind, now you're in my head. You blew my mind, you're in my head. But it's just for me, I suspect. But it's just for me, I suspect.
This comp take can be moved and copied just as any regular clip, but it will include all clips, not just the isolated ones. At this stage you can simply close the lanes and the track will display the clips with the promoted ones showing, so what you see is what you hear. You might prefer to clean the track up though, and there are commands to help with this located in the right-click menu revealed when you click over the comp take. Choose Delete Muted Takes to remove all of the muted clips from the lanes, leaving the promoted clips in their respective lanes. Choose Flatten Comp to bounce all the promoted tracks down to one take lane that is added to the existing takes. This take lane will automatically be locked and soloed. The existing take lanes are muted. Remove Empty Take Lanes does exactly what it says and deletes any empty take lanes that might exist. And that's comping, revamped in X3 for even faster editing.